Hey, welcome back to Laser Engraving 911. So we're here at LBX at the last day, and we're gonna go around and interview some of the vendors here and some of the cool booths, and I'm gonna show you everything that's going on here on Vendor Day. So without further ado, buckle up, get your pen and paper out, because we're about to get into it on Laser Engraving 911. What's your name?
My name is Laura Matthews.
Laura Matthews.
Yes,
and
with one T.
And what do you do, Laura?
I make puppets.
You gave a talk here, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How long have you been making puppets with lasers?
Well, I've been making articulated animals with lasers since I learned that a laser cutter existed back in 2011, and then I've been making puppets since about 2018. I was bored with making just articulated sculptural pieces, so I started making puppets and looking at gravity and trying to make things more alive. And ever since then, I've just been hooked. I just love making little creatures come to life.
That's amazing. And how can people find you on the internet and look at some of your awesome creations?
At Laura Matthews Art, on anything, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook. It's with one T in Matthews. Everyone always puts two, but it's one T in Matthews.
That's so great. And this is truly amazing. I just want to get one more shot of this. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Yes. So neat, Laura. Thank you. That's so creative. Oh, there it goes. Bye-bye. What's your name?
Siobhan Simonique.
And what's the name of your company, Siobhan?
Boss Babes Boutique, and we're out of Tampa, Florida.
And what do you make?
I make a little bit of everything. We have cutting boards. I cater to veterans like myself, so I do keychains, magnets. We also do LED lamps, like you see right here, and then we do accessories such as earrings as well.
Let's get some of these magnets.
Yes.
These are great.
Next week is Veterans Day, so definitely get those in there.
And you love using Lightburn.
I love using Lightburn. Yes, it's so easy to use. For me, I was intimidated at first, but you know, if I have any questions, I always get support and help with getting my questions
answered. And I love the little tassels that you added to it, because everybody can make a keychain, right?
Right.
But you wanted to add something a little unique.
This is true.
To stand out, and that's really cool how you thought of that.
Thank you, and it takes me back to like when I was growing up. I used to love to see the magnets as well as the keychains when you go on road trips. Totally. But I could never find any with my name, so a lot of times I make them with the names custom. Like my name is Siobhan, and you never see a magnet or keychain that says Siobhan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Got some Stanleys.
Oh yes, the customers love those. They're great for like wedding parties. Yep. So a lot of brides and groomsmen, they love to have those as well.
Well, thank you, Siobhan.
Thank you.
And as far as the LBX experience, how's it been for you?
It's been amazing. I was one of the winners yesterday, so I won a rotary from Rotoboss.
You won
so
I'm
really excited. Yes. So shout out to Rotoboss.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing your story.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone. Steve.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. So tell me about your company. What's the name of your company?
I am Steve, Hobo with Wood.
Right.
That's my channel on YouTube.
That's great. And pick up one of your files for me and one of your creations here, and let's talk about it real quick.
Well, this is one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
This one is, I like my layered designs, the mandalas. I've got a few of them, but this one I call Shot to the Heart.
Shot to the heart.
Because it's got the barrel from the revolver.
Oh yeah. Look
and
at
then
that.
and then you got the little hearts around here. So this is kind of a Valentine theme. Shot to the Heart mandala.
And I saw you were just talking about this hyper detailed one here.
Yeah.
What was the trick tip you were explaining to the last person about when you're doing something this detailed? What's a good thing to keep in mind?
Well, this was done with one file. One file created all three of these, just shrinking each one down. But when you're doing a twisted overlay like that, you got to make sure that when you do your twist, that you've got a point of contact to where you can glue it up. And you can do this pretty easy with squared shapes like this. Where it gets tricky is when you're working with circular shapes. You got one little bitty point to glue up, point of contact.
Steve, thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Been my pleasure.
Look at this stuff. So this is some 3D fiber laser engraving where they're actually getting 3D effects. I don't know if you can see some of this on camera, if the camera will focus, but this is pretty awesome. It's crazy. Wow, look at that. So I guess with Lightburn, you can create depth maps and then you can dump those into Lightburn and get this 3D laser engraving effect, which is super awesome. Wow, look at that. Got a little power test there. That's so cool. Ooh, look at some of these little samples in here. Woo. Wow, look at that. So what's your name, bro?
My name's Patrick. I'm with Light Source Engraving.
I saw some of your 3D fiber laser engraving and I was hoping you could tell us a little bit more. And you also did a talk here
Yes.
at LBX.
Yes, I gave a presentation yesterday on 3D engraving, starting with a grayscale depth map and importing that into Lightburn, adjusting that image, doing the 3D slice, adjusting your laser settings based on the laser you have to get the optimal result and get some quality 3D engravings, whether it be on brass or slate,
That. Whoa.
and even acrylic with a CO2 galvo.
Wow, that is super cool. So is there any special software to take the STL file that you have to dump the 3D file into that's outside of Lightburn?
Yes, the easiest way to do it, if you have an STL, is go to a website called STL2, so STL2PNG.com, and that website will allow you to upload an STL and it will spit out a grayscale that you can then import to Lightburn and 3D Slice. An easy way to even modify your STLs, like say you have one you want to add text to, 3D Builder tool that's built into Windows, so it's free. You can use that, add text, then export that STL, upload it to STL to PNG, back into Lightburn, and you're off to the races.
Right. Well, thanks for all the information.
Thank you.
And you're enjoying the LBX show?
Absolutely. Had a great
last,
time.
Last couple days have been good for you?
Yeah. Being a speaker here has been an honor. It's been a lot of fun. Community is great. Atmosphere is wonderful. So I'm looking forward to the next one.
What's your name?
Kayla Waffen.
Kayla?
Yeah.
And what is the name of your company?
It's Small Town Sawdust.
Small Town Sawdust.
Yes.
Tell me about Small Town Sawdust and what you create.
Yeah, well, I do DIY kits for kids and adults. It's everything you need to do a project from start to finish, paint, glue, string, the whole nine. So you want to make it, I got it.
Okay. So I definitely have bought some of these for my kids at
Sure.
like Michael's or Hobby
I know.
Lobby, but these look way cooler in
Thanks.
my opinion. I
Yeah.
love, that's what you landed on.
Yeah.
And, so what do you think of Lightburn?
I love it.
Yeah.
Seriously, in this conference, so cool.
Yeah, have you learned some stuff?
Oh my
from
gosh,
Lightburn?
so many things, and the people are awesome. So
Yeah.
that's been great.
A lot of very talented people here, a lot of
Yeah.
people with a lot of knowledge. So how do you make your files?
So a lot of these I'm buying from other makers, right? So I get on Etsy, maybe they're not the exact files, or like I like a heart from here, or I like a dinosaur from here, and then I kind of create my own out of those.
Yeah.
I'd like to get into designing my own. That's something that I came here to learn. So
Sure.
yeah.
All right. So learn how to make vectors,
Yep.
custom vectors.
Yep.
Well, thanks for taking the
Yeah,
time to tell
thank
me about
you.
your art.
Yeah, I appreciate
Thank you very
it.
much.
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right, bye.
My name is Alan Durr.
Alan, I'm
Yeah.
Michael with Laser Engraving 911.
Nice.
I have a YouTube channel.
I've actually watched your shows. Yes,
Oh, well, thank you for doing that. Hope you subscribe.
I do.
So what's the name of your company or
Northwest Illinois Laser Guy.
Northwest
Illinois Laser Guy. Yeah.
Okay. When did you get into lasering stuff?
I started last year, actually, last December,
Okay.
and
Very
but
cool.
I've always had a heart
all
for
this in last December.
all of this since last December.
Wow,
Yeah.
It says a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I dive in when I dive into a hobby. I dive in deep.
All right.
Yeah.
And what was your motivation to dive in?
Well, you see, I've always been a maker of stuff,
Okay.
and I've always loved to be a maker. And I've got a degree in drafting and design, and I'm actually starting to use my college education for a change.
All right. That's really cool. And you got a good sense for color.
I do.
I
Yeah.
see that. You got some design there with the color. That's got it down pretty good.
I do. Yes.
Yeah, you
yes.
do. So I would love to talk to you about some of these intricate pins and designs.
Okay.
And earrings over here. Could we do that?
Sure. Sure. Why not?
These have, you seem like you have a lot of designs here.
I
And
do.
I've already gotten some pictures. What inspired you to do earrings?
Well,
particularly?
honestly, it's one for the market. Women love earrings. I actually like making earrings. They're small, they're quick,
Yep.
easy to make. I do like the hand painting part of it all.
Yes.
You know, just the whole part of it, really.
And are you using acrylic?
I do use some acrylic on some of the earrings. Mostly I'm using wood
Okay.
and acrylic paints, and also gel pens. And then I also do like a clear coating on it as well with a diamond glaze.
Oh, the diamond. Yeah, I heard you tell me about this diamond glaze. I've heard
Yeah.
you talking to, giving that tip to someone else. What
Yeah.
is diamond glaze?
Diamond glaze.
Pour it over polyurethane.
Well, for one, polyurethane leaves the smell, fumes. The diamond glaze, there's no fumes, no odors, dries within 30 minutes. It's also used on the pictures that they do the diamond art.
Okay.
And so that's what they use to seal those with.
Very nice.
And so it looks like it's going to bubble, but it flattens out, and it's just a beautiful shine on them.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Is it applied with a brush or an aerosol?
I apply it with a squeeze bottle with a little needle nose tip on it.
Okay, so you just literally glaze that.
And I frost it like I'm doing a cookie, you know. You do the outer edge, and then you fill it in.
It does give it like an epoxy
It does.
resin kind of feel, but it's not.
It's not. No.
And what kind of hardware are you using?
Well, I have X-Tool machines. I actually have 3 D1 Pros, and I have the F1, the M1, and 2 P2s.
Your X-Tool.
I'm an X-Tool guy.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm also a demo host for them as well. So
That's great. I have yet to check out some of their machines.
Yeah.
But I might in the future.
You
It
definitely
seems like
should.
They work really well, and you're doing some pretty cool stuff with them.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you.
It was awesome to meet you,
Thanks for
too.
taking the time to let me know about what you do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So what's your name?
I'm Don Kalmus.
Don, nice to meet you. I'm Michael of Laser Engraving 911.
Ah, nice to meet
And
you.
what's the name of your company?
Don Kalmus Woodworking.
Okay, great. We have got some very unique, intricate puzzles here that have something very unique, I heard, to them. And I would love to hear you tell me why these puzzles are not just your ordinary puzzles.
They're made from aperiodic monotiles, which are a new shape just discovered earlier this year. And they tile an infinite plane and they do not repeat. Take like this puzzle and think of all the lines outside of the puzzle.
Yep.
If you had an infinite plane of these pieces, you would never find this same pattern anywhere in the infinite plane. This is the monotile.
Right. Oh, that's
And-
actually just a score.
Yeah, this is just a score.
Okay.
It doesn't go to the tray,
Right.
so you do not know where to start.
Oh, that's a tricky puzzle.
Yeah.
That's a tricky puzzle. So is this one can only be put together one way?
This one, the pieces can only put together one way, but you can put the colors in any way you want to. And these are called specters.
Yeah.
As long as those curves are all the same, they will tile infinitely. So I saw this on YouTube and said, I have access to the laser through the makerspace. And I thought, oh, I'll cut these out. And then they came out with a new shape.
Oh no.
And then I started getting obsessed
Okay, got
with
it.
adding different shapes on the edges. I call this one saw because it reminds me of a carbide tooth
Yep.
saw blade.
I see that. And what are you using to color that right now?
I'm using trans tints, which are wood dyes.
wood dyes.
Yeah.
Is it alcohol based?
They're water-based. You mix them with
Water-based.
water. You can mix them with alcohol.
Well, Don, thanks for
You're welcome.
sharing about how these work and how the puzzle. And if people want to check out more of your puzzles, where do they go?
I don't have a website.
Okay, you've got an email though, so
I
I
got
will
an
take
email.
a good picture of this right here. That's how you get a hold of Don. If you want to talk about crazy new puzzles, that's where you go. And they're laser cut with Lightburn.
Lightburn.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Don.
Thank you.
We've got laser engraved Lightburn pumpkin pie. Yes, that's right. We've got Lightburn laser engraved pumpkin pie. Look at that. How cool is that? I'm gonna have to grab some of this. Where's the whipped cream? Where's the whipped cream? So what are we showing off over here?
Presently, we're doing an engraving of our big Lightburn G logo onto a pie so that we can have one for display as well as the ones over there for consumption.
And you're part of the
And
dev team?
I'm part of the support team,
Part of the
as well
support
as
team
he
for
is.
Lightburn.
Yeah, as well as he's part of the support team and he's part of our documentation team.
All right, guys, so we're doing pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie, we're engraving the logo into it, and it should take about an hour to fully complete, but we are caramelizing the sugar on top of the pumpkin pie to get a nice dark engraving. And as well as the pies over there, use the same principles to get a nice black dragon outline as opposed to a fill.
Let me ask you a question. So that's super cool. Definitely seen pumpkin pie engraved before.
Yeah.
is there an air assist?
Presently, no, we do not have an air assist. Xtool does send cell replacement lenses, so we're going to be using one of those in case anything goes south with that. But we didn't want to be blowing the sugar or the pumpkin pie all over the place.
Yes.
But we do have fume extraction going to ideally pull some of the smoke away from with under the lens.
Is it a real fume extractor?
Yes, it is a real fume extractor with a HEPA
I thought
filter.
so because I didn't smell the
Yeah.
smell and I could just barely smell it. I
Yeah,
was
if
like,
you really get
"What?"
into the enclosure, we have a full, I think it's like a HEPA 7 filter or whatever like standard commercial grade is. So yeah, I mean, we take fume extraction and everything very seriously, especially in an event center like this.
So do you have any advice about engraving other food products?
My biggest piece of advice would be to use a material test 100% of the time. It makes figuring out your settings significantly easier. Last night when we were trying to test this, we were spending about 25 minutes just trying to dial in settings with whatever we thought would work. But after running a material test, we were able to get everything dialed in with about 5 minutes. So that certainly helped us out a lot this morning because we were using a different pumpkin pie. So all of our settings from last night weren't working out.
Well, thanks, man. What a cool way to show off.
Anytime.
Lightburn.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so let's see what laser engraved pumpkin pie tastes like. All right, here we go. I have a feeling it's not going to taste like Lightburn. I don't know what Lightburn tastes like. Dang, that's some good pumpkin pie. I want to try the laser engraved part, see if it tastes weird.
It doesn't taste of anything.
I know. Well, I don't know that yet. I'm
tastes of pumpkin pie.
about to find out.
Oh, you were right.
No, I can't taste any difference. You've seen it here first on Laser Engraving 911 Laser Engraved Food Taste Test. Gil with Algo Laser.
Hi there.
Am I saying that right?
Yes, you are.
Michael, Laser Engraving 911. We've met a couple
How are you?
times.
Yes, we have.
And I asked you a little bit about it, but I'm going to give you another chance to tell the people on YouTube on my channel about the Algo Laser.
So, at the moment, this is our Delta machine. This is our flagship. It comes out of the box with a 22-watt laser module and a smart air pump. So, air pump that you can control via Lightburn code.
One of my favorite features.
Yeah,
Smart
exactly.
air pump.
So basically, every single accessory that we will launch will be digitally controllable. So by code, by G-code, and they will be basically plug and play. Everything you plug, the machine will know that you plugged it in and configured it itself. The advantage of the Delta versus the other machines is it has a LCD control, which means also that you can be completely offline and engrave from the internal memory, 32 gigabytes, or you can simply plug a USB key and import G-code or import a picture, and the old controller will convert the image in G-code and be ready to engrave.
Ready to engrave.
Yeah, exactly.
Right
So coming with a 40-watt version and a 3-watt version of infrared for metals and plastics, and basically is a machine ready to go out of the box. You need 4 screws and it's ready to go.
4 screws and ready to go.
Yeah.
4. Remember that. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to hold you to it. 4.
4 screws, exactly.
Right, yeah. Because some of these diode lasers, that are less expensive, they come with 100 million parts, belts, drives, tensioners, wires, wire cables. Some people love that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
People love assembling a project kit, but there's a lot that can go wrong.
It can.
During that assembly process.
We also have other machines that require assembly, not so extensive assembly, but still assembly. But this machine is our flagship, so it's open it off the box in 5 minutes, you are ready to go.
Okay, and then what's this other one right here?
So this is the Alpha machine. The laser module is exactly the same, 22 watts. Everything that I spoke about that, the Delta machine in regard to accessories is the same. Everything is compatible within the brand. The difference is this is very slimmed down chassis, does not have the LCD. Is still able to be controlled via Wi-Fi, via the app on the phone, via Lightburn. It's a slimmed down version of the Delta, let's say.
Does it have the smart pump?
Yes, it has the small pump. It has everything except the LCD control. It has the internal memory, is everything. The advantage of this machine is while the Delta is made to be very rigid to support up to 60-watt lasers, this one is made to be modular, so you can extend this machine to 400 by 800.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can do an extension on
Yes,
this one.
you can. Yeah.
It has its own little special features.
Yeah.
Just like this one has its own.
This machine is you buy it and you use it and that's it. This machine gives you options. Of course, it's always a compromise. You need to compromise somewhere, right? So you are giving away some features to have the ability to have an extended bed. And then we have on the other side, we have a machine that is made for the tinkerers and the people starting.
Yeah.
This is our kit machine. You would call it do-it-yourself machine.
Right, do-it-yourself machine.
Every single part with the exception of the motherboard is off the shelf. So you can Amazon the parts in and build the frame whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
It can be 400 by 400, 300 by 300, 1
Yes.
meter by 1 meter. It's perfectly fine. The connectors are standard Phoenix connectors, so you can create your own cabling. And the idea is, if the delta is a bit close and the alpha allows you to some extendability, this one allows you to do everything you want with it.
That's amazing. So how long has Algo been around?
Algo is a recent brand. The people that are staffing Algo been in the market for a long time on another brand.
Okay.
So we have a lot of experience, and a lot of experience you have are reflected on these machines. The simple fact that on our modules, for example, everything in the module, with the exception of the core, is replaceable.
Yep. Ooh,
So you can, if the module fails for some reason, if the fan fails, you can replace it, and you don't have to throw away the module.
the whole module.
Exactly, yeah. So the idea is to learn from the past and not repeat mistakes, sort of thing, right?
Very nice.
Yeah. So we are trying to show the public here at LBX what we are bringing to the market, and I think the reception was very good.
It was very good.
Yeah, it was.
Where would you like people to go if they want to learn more about Algo Laser?
Algolaser.com
Okay.
is our main website.
Yeah.
We have a Facebook group as well where everyone hangs around. We have a Facebook page where we post all updates, but algolaser.com is the main hub of information.
Great. Thanks, Gil.
Was a pleasure.
What's your name, man?
David,
With Creative Cut Supplies.
yes.
And what do you guys do?
So yeah, we specialize in, well, we don't have very much of it left here, but maple, walnut, cherry, plywood, and veneer core. We are production company first, so we do a lot of products, and then we end up selling our material as well on the side because it's really helped us in our production.
Is this the cherry right here?
Yes, and we're out of everything else. It's sold really fast. But if you look at the core, it's aspen veneer. Cuts very clean, very quick.
So when you say the core,
Yes.
aspen veneer. So this
Correct.
is the veneer is the cherry wood, and the core is aspen. Help me out.
This-
Help my viewers.
Yes,
understand
so
what you're talking about.
the core is it's called aspen veneer core. It's obviously a lot thicker than the veneer that's on both sides.
Got it.
But it's essentially peeled off of a log at this thickness. So this is 1/4 inch. It's peeled off of a log in 4x8, whatever size sheet.
Yep.
Goes through a thickness sander.
Yep.
And then they take their veneer. So in this case, it's 2 cherry veneers in a full 4-foot by 8-foot sheet, and then they lay them up on the press, and then you end up getting your full sheet of plywood.
So cherry is one of my favorite woods to engrave.
Yeah.
And alder, and also I like cedar. But all the hardwoods,
Yeah.
really engraved, really, really nice. What are some of the minimum quantities that you can
Yeah.
order from your site, and what are some of the maximums?
Yeah, I mean, we sell 10 pack for these is our minimum quantity. I mean, we sell up to, I think we have up to 100 pack. If you've got other packs, we do other size. I mean, just message me.
Sure.
It's impossible to have every size and every pack size on there, but if you need a custom need, we do custom cut, custom sizes,
Up to
whatever.
what?
I mean, we can ship bunks too. It's just
Okay,
it just
okay.
depends on what people need. So, I mean, we can ship bunks of Baltic birch. We can ship bunks of these. We can even have our mill make you something custom if you need it.
That's
It's
really cool.
just kind of a use case kind of scenario. So these are local pickup pricing. So people are able to buy them by the sheet here. We normally do pack sizes with shipping figured in on our website. If you're local, we have great prices. So
It's nice to see a veneer for laser cutting and engraving that isn't multi-layers of glue
Yes.
over and over and over again.
Yeah.
That can be really bad for your laser. The
That's-
aspen core is a lighter wood, am I correct? It's not,
Yes.
it's not super dense.
Correct.
So it cuts really smooth. Right?
yeah, so if you look at these are all, I mean, these are different types of wood, but I've cut a lot of different materials to go, and this is not even all of them. I just brought some of them. These are all different suppliers, all different materials. It took a while to kind of decide on which ones we wanted to stock.
MDF. Right?
Yeah.
Lots of glue in that.
Yeah, so these were just our process of figuring out what we ended up wanting to go with.
Well, that's a great way to do it, man.
Yeah,
And you landed on a great product.
yeah, thank you.
So if people want to go and start shopping or get in touch with you and ask you some questions, where do they go?
Yeah, so we are online at creativecutSupplies.com, and you can find us on Facebook at Creative Cut Supplies. We got a Facebook group. If you're local to Michigan, we've Laser Makers of Michigan group, a phenomenal group. It's mainly for people helping each other. We do local meetups. There's a lot of us here at this conference as well, so it was just a great time to get together with people here too. So thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
My name's Gabby.
Gabby, and I'm Michael with Laser Engraving 911.
Nice to meet you.
YouTube channel, and I would love to know about all your acrylics and your blank materials because I've checked them out multiple times during the show. So,
Awesome.
what do you guys do?
So we're Maker Stock. We're one-stop shop for all your maker materials. We have wood over here. We have typical Baltic birch. We have Coscasin, which is our thinner wood. We also have veneers. We started carrying the melamine and phenolic wood.
Phenolic wood. Somebody asked me about that.
Laser safe to cut and engrave as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story later, but that's a very unique product that sometimes customers will ask.
Yes. We also have acrylic. We have a ton of different types of acrylic. We have our opaque, we have frosted two-side, transparent, fluorescent, which has the edge that glows.
Oh, yeah.
And then we also have two-toned acrylic, which everyone's been talking about this weekend.
Right.
And that's carried in red, blue, white, black, silver, aluminum, and gold.
Right, and as far as like getting a catalog, do you offer swatches or a catalog?
Yes, so we do a sample box and we'll send you pieces from all of the different color runs for you to be able to test out and have for ordering.
All right, great. And obviously you have some metallics here. That's cool.
Yes, we have more right
you have
here.
some really pretty like Easter-ish pastels.
Yes.
I don't know how to. What's the proper term for this color?
We call them pastel acrylic.
Pastel. Okay, it is pastels.
Yep.
I'm right. But it reminds me of Easter. When I look at it, it reminds me
Yes.
of Easter or Valentine's Day sweetheart candies.
Yes, that's a perfect way to describe it
That's what it
too.
reminds me of.
I
hope
did
it
do
translates well on camera. There
this
we go.
project with all the different
Oh, look at
flowers.
that. That is so cool. Nice use of all the acrylics.
Right.
And then tell me about this material right here.
So
What
this is for
this?
a CNC router specifically. Sorry to cut you off.
that's fine.
It's CNC foam, so you'd use it with the router.
So is it like just to do test things? Like if you're testing, like it doesn't seems very brittle.
So we have low density and we also have high density. So
Got
the
it.
low density would be for mostly testing. We have a lot of people make signs. I heard someone
Oh,
made
the
model
signs,
both.
right.
Yeah.
See, I'm uneducated when it comes to CNC stuff.
No, it's all
But
good. And we also do molds out of them as well.
People want to get a hold of you. Where would you like them to get a hold of you at?
So you can find us at www.makerstock.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, most social medias, and then you can email me at gabby@makerstock.com if you have any questions.
Thanks, Gabby.
Awesome meeting you.
That's some awesome stuff from Houston Acrylic. Look at this book. This is one of like 4 books that she has.
I know.
Insane. And it's got
Does she sell this book?
I don't know, but if she
Dude,
does,
they should sell. I would pay like $150
Yeah.
to get this book in my shop and just keep it.
Yep, and what's really nice is they have a sale going on right now. We actually got to meet the owner and creator of the shop earlier.
Okay.
And take a look. So they've got translucent going on.
Yeah, which is it's also UV active. So
Yep. And the other thing that we asked earlier was, is this laser safe because of the stuff that impregnates it? And the answer is yes. Everything has been tested by multiple laser users of different lasers.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at this, this is where it's clear, like it's metallic and reflective,
Yep.
but it engraves clear.
Yeah. That's
so you
right.
can actually see.
Right. You just etch off the back.
Yeah.
And then you get the pass through.
And so this is if you had a second sheet behind it of a different color.
You could also backlight that because that
Exactly.
gray acts like a blocker.
Yep, exactly right.
Light blocker.
And so that's where you could have a backer plus the light.
Yep.
I mean, look at this. Ooh, so pretty, so
I know.
reflective. So lots of different stuff.
Houston Acrylic has got it going on. I have never seen. I mean, it's one thing to see pictures of it online, but when you see it in person, it's literally like cosmic awesomeness. And it's all laser safe to cut. Ooh, that one has a gold fleck in it.
And we're mentoring
Ooh.
advisors for the local community college at St.
Wow.
I got a special grant.
Okay, no more excuses. If you want to do acrylic laser cut art, you don't have any more excuses. None. That you couldn't find the color or the type or the. Good Lord, look at this opalescent. Wow. Oh, and it's got a texture to it too. That's why it's so cool. It actually is textured. What?
Oh yeah.
Mind blown. Ooh. All right. So Houston acrylic is definitely one of the most popular tables here at the show, and I can see why now.
There's a file for it. Yeah, it's like this. It's layered. Yeah, it's layered like that. So you have the little hole for the Post-it, and then you have the pencil, and then put out like
All right,
the
people.
name,
Well,
like Miss Harrison. And
Houston acrylic. That's where you want to go to get all this great stuff.
If I contact you guys.